Hello, hello. Good morning, Sagittarius, or afternoon or evening, wherever you're at. Last month or the beginning of the month, I said I wanted to do a series on why are we stuck because I get so many people. It's like, I don't understand how to move forward. I don't understand how to get out of this funk I'm in. I don't understand why I'm even in this funk. So, this week, I decided to start the series, Why Am I Stuck? Now, with the previous readings, some of the reasons have been childhood issues, which is definitely not uncommon. A lot of us are going to be dealing with that. Clinging to the past. Some abuse has come up, whether it's been sexual abuse or physical abuse. So, with that being said, the disclaimer is if you are in a state where you're feeling vulnerable and you're not in a place where you want to deal with things or reopen things or you don't want to be triggered, then go ahead and click off. If you're not ready to deal with some of the issues that may arise, I don't want to put you through that. I don't want you to be triggered. I don't want you to feel hurt. So click off. And when you're in a moment or you feel like you're ready, then come back and look at the video. For those that do feel like they're in a cycle where it's like, okay, I want to get out of this stagnation. I want to figure out why I'm not moving forward. I'm in a process where I want to heal. I want to open things up. Then definitely go ahead and look at this because what it's going to do is maybe give you the origin of why you do what you do, what could be holding you back, what could be keeping you stagnant. And maybe spirit comes through and gives us messages about how to move forward with that. All right, Sagittarius. So I'm going to be using Oshu Zen Tarot, and then I'm going to be using the Tough Shit Tarot. This one I use for more psychological readings. It tells me why people do what they do, tells me about mental illness or things that they're battling. This one I have to pull out when people just need to be hit in the head with the truth. You just have to come straight with them. I rarely use this one, but I feel like for this reading, this is going to be a good one. All right, so let's see. We're going to angle this down because some people were like, I want to see you shuffle and lay the cards out. I don't do anything fancy, no fancy card tricks or anything like that. But, I will try to accommodate where I can. So, Sagittarius, I definitely feel like some of you may be dealing with an Achilles heel of procrastination. It's almost like you're coming up with really good ideas, but maybe you don't execute or you don't follow through with the action of it. So for some of you, that may be your issue, procrastination. I feel for a lot of you, there's a fear of failure or there's a fear of maybe not being able to do it the way you want it to come out. There could be some issue with perfectionism. Is that how you pronounce it? Yes. Some of you may be dwelling too much on what the outcome needs to be, that it overwhelms you, and you're like, okay, I'm just going to stop it here. I'm not going to take it any further because it's not coming out the way I want. And some of you might be battling that. Could be from childhood. Definitely get a lot of creativity with you guys. It keeps coming up every time in your reading. So some of you are very talented, but there's doubts and fears that you're as talented as other people. So there could be something going on with comparison to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, why am I stuck? Why am I stuck? I also get other people's expectations. Trying to live up to other people's expectations. This is what they want from me. This is what I need to be. Probably comes from childhood programming. Why am I stuck, Spirit? Sagittarius. All right, so we have guilt. We have control freak. Some of you may have an overbearing parent. We have overthinking in your head too much. We have awareness, seeing something clearly. We have laziness, which could be your procrastination. We have maybe some anger issues, conflict, courage, tuning in, getting to know yourself better, ordinariness, maybe feeling like you want to be better than other people, but maybe not seeing yourself that way, or you want to be on the same level as certain people, but you're not seeing yourself that way. Totality, completion of something, wanting to complete something or finish something. Tough shit tarot, Spirit. Why is Sagittarius stuck? Why is Sagittarius stuck? Oh, my stomach is growling. God, I did not eat today. I did not eat. My tummy is mad at me. Let's see. All right. Hanging with the wrong friends. Father issues. Outdated childhood beliefs. Not asserting yourself. Fear. Gossip. High standards. Perfectionism. All right. Let's move it on up. Hello. So, Sagittarius. Goddamn. We got some issues. Let's start with the origin. For a lot of you, got daddy issues. If this is not daddy issues, and say you grew up in a single parent household, you grew up with somebody who was overbearing. Maybe their energy overshadowed you, but I get control freak thing. So for some of you, you could be dealing with somebody who was very controlling. It could have overworked, maybe not put a lot of energy into you, maybe not giving you a lot of attention because maybe the money was the focus for them. This could be an overachiever, a workaholic. And with this energy, this could be somebody that was saying, do as I say. You know, this person may be pushing you. You know, maybe you want to be a paralegal, but this person is like, no, I want you to be a lawyer. Maybe you want to be a nurse, but this person is like, no, I want you to be a doctor. I keep feeling like some of you were pushed by somebody who kept inadvertently giving you a message that what you wanted was not good enough for them. Not so much for you, but maybe for what they wanted for you. So you could have been with somebody who was very overbearing. This person may have pushed you or in a way of feeling like they were coming from a good place, but it could have been maybe too much where it gives you anxiety when you deal with this person. If this person is still alive, you could still feel judged by this person. Some of you may be trying to live up to some impossible reality that they have set for you. And so you're struggling with it. And in turn, it could cause you to be struggling with your relationship with this person. If they passed on, some of you may have not made peace. You could still be trying to live up to this person's expectations because you don't want to let them down. So if this is not daddy issues, this is definitely dealing with somebody who played that role in your life. Whether this is a woman or a male, some of you have maybe were pushed to a point where it's like, I got to do better. I got to do more. And that could come where that perfectionism, I'm going, you know what? I'm going to have to Google the goddamn word when I get on here. Y'all know I'm country, but I'm trying to talk right, Sagittarius, trying to get it right. Every now and then I get it right. But I do feel like there's this push, which comes back to this overthinking, connecting to outdated child beliefs. Am I good enough? Am I doing what this person wanted me to do? Am I becoming what people want to see in me? Am I living up to my full potential? Because maybe when I was a child, I tried and I could never please someone. So I'm always worried about what people are saying about me. Why are they looking at me? Because I'm doing whatever I can to please people. Because maybe that's important. I have to be seen a certain way. I don't want to look silly. I don't want to look stupid because it wouldn't please this person if I didn't represent right. So some of you literally are overthinking and you're pushing yourself to be bigger, better, harder because maybe this is what you were taught. And you're starting to realize there's conflict in your head. You're starting to realize that maybe some of these goals are unattainable. Some of you may be actually making yourself sick because of this, because some of these things may be unattainable. For some of you, there could be a guilt of falling short. We have two things where this person is in their head. One, let's see. this person is just like, I'm overwhelmed. It's just so much that I felt like I needed to do, but I didn't complete. And then we have somebody that is just constantly, how do I do things better? How do I make things better? How do I progress? So somebody got into your head when you were young and when you were a child, and they put something into your head that may be unattainable. It may be impossible, but for some of you, you're striving to be that person that they wanted, or to accomplish what somebody else wants, almost to your detriment. It's showing high standards, having really high standards. This is the way I need to be presented. This is the way I need to be seen. And if I'm not seen this way, then what am I doing? This could bring out anger or conflict with you or people around you. Some of you may become very defensive. It's like you're open, but maybe open to a point. Some of you could also get very irritated when people that you're dealing with don't meet your standards, or meet the standards that this person in your past created. Like, you don't dress the way I want you to dress. You don't act the way I want you to act. You don't present yourself the way that my father would have wanted people to present themselves. So some of you may be taking on the energy of maybe somebody that you literally, I don't want to say hate, but maybe dislike because of what they did. It's almost like having an abusive parent and then really making a conscious decision that I'm not going to be that type of parent, but then having these outbursts or these moments where it's like, damn it, I am that. Every now and then I do that with my kids or with other people, and I'm shit, I'm becoming my mom. And that shit scares me, because there were moments where I thought she was batshit crazy. So now I'm realizing there are moments that I am batshit crazy. But it comes from upbringing, expectations, control issues, and then realizing that maybe some of these issues from the past were born out of anger, conflict. And there are issues that maybe you're dealing with in your life, and you're like, fuck. Some of you are starting to see this. Like, where is this coming from? Why am I doing some of the things that I'm doing? Why do I have these anger issues? Where is this coming from? This is like deep down inside of me. And you're realizing that external factors played a part. Outdated childhood beliefs or upbringing played a part. I'm angry, maybe because there was something that needed to be said as a child, and you didn't have that power, because maybe you grew up with somebody who controlled your environment. Sit down in the corner, be quiet. Don't express yourself. And now for some of you, you have these outbursts, or you do these things in your life, and you feel bad about it afterwards. Like, why am I doing this? Am I bipolar? What the fuck is wrong with me? So some of you could be battling this. It's in your head. There's a lot of things that are going on. And the root of it is some type of control. Some of you are battling this. Some of you are battling the programming that you had as a child. And you're trying to see it clearly. You're trying to see it clearly because some of you, there's guilt. I don't like certain things that I'm doing. I don't like certain things that are triggering me. And for some of you, when you get triggered, there's this thing of wanting to fight, wanting to have an argument with somebody. Maybe some of you actually want to hit somebody. Definitely issues where you're either, it could be the energy is pushing you really, really heated. Excuse me, you guys. Definitely feel like some of you are battling where I'm in a situation where this is a cycle. I get upset. I may feel like I'm not heard. I get angry. I may try to, excuse me, control a situation, and it doesn't go the way I go because I guess some people are dissatisfied with some of the things or some of the ways that things are going. It could bring you back to this guilt. Some of you are stuck in a cycle. It's like it's in your head. It's like I gotta work through this, and it could be programming. When you look at it, these are nuts and bolts, and I'm not technically inclined. We got tubes, we got wheels, we got all kind of shit, but they're not coherent. They're not functioning. So some of you could literally be dealing with some type of mental illness where something is not connecting, and it's because the tools are not connected. Won't apply to everyone, but for some of you, you literally are, you're in your head, and it's not functioning the way you need it to function. This could be where some of the anger originates too. Some of you may be battling yourself. Why am I doing these things? Why am I making these decisions? Why can't I come out of my head? Why am I overthinking so much? I can't sleep. It's affecting my sleep. It's affecting me being able to relax. And some of you may be struggling with this and you feel guilty about it. Some of you may need to reach out for help, but you don't know how, or you don't want to. And maybe somebody from your past made it seem like reaching out for help was weak, not a good thing. I definitely see some of you are afraid. This could be where the laziness comes in with this card. The procrastination. Let's not call it laziness. I don't like that word. I really don't. Let's call it procrastination. Because I don't think a lot of people are lazy. I think there's a fear of not wanting to do something because maybe you don't want the conflict of it, or you don't want to fail at it, or you don't want to be confronted with something that maybe you can't do to a certain standard that this person set, or due to the standard that you've set for yourself. So it's almost like I'm just going to pull back and I'm going to sit and I'm going to think. This person is in their chair. I got all these ideas to bring in abundance. We got all these pieces of glass that are around this person, and they all have something on them, an image. Maybe this is this person's idea. But some of the glass has cracks in it. So this could be coming up with a lot of good ideas and a lot of good things to move you forward successfully, or to move you forward in your life. But there's a fear. There's cracks. There's no action. There's inactivity. I'm thinking about it because we got somebody that is in their head a lot. Could be daydreaming. But there's a disconnect when it comes to making it happen. So some of you literally could be struggling with, how do I bring everything forward? Because I have fears. I have fears that something may not work out. I wish y'all could see this card really good, but I know sunlight. I took the lamp light, whatever, that ring light off to try to get the glare off, but it is hard to see it. But this is saying fear is challenging you to find your courage. But then look, we have the next card, courage, which means that some of you are going to get through this fear, but you're scared. You're scared to make a decision, or you're scared because you don't know what direction to go. I got all these ideas, but I don't know where to go. I don't know where to take it. And it's because you want it to be done perfect. Control freak. You want it to be done perfect. If it's not done right, I can't stand it. It irritates me. I can't do this. I can't turn this out. Maybe you have a YouTube channel and you do these wonderful videos, and you're trying to edit and do all kind of shit, and then the finished product is like, fuck, it's not what I want. I got to scrap the whole thing and start over again because I can't present that. And then the fear comes in. I'm taking too long to complete things. I'm taking too long. So we got two issues. We got a fear of failure, a fear of not presenting yourself the right way, and then we have a fear with these high standards. It's not going to be up to the way people perceive it. They're not going to perceive it the way I want. It's going to be less than what they want to see, or less than. So some of you could be feeling less than. Some of you have fears of competing with other people, putting something out there and it not being as good. And then we have fears and jealousy and envy. So now we move from fears, but not only that, now I'm going to be jealous and envy because you're doing it, but I can't do it. But you can, because we have you letting go of the fear and finding your courage, tuning in, looking at yourself, realizing that you're not ordinary, that you're talented, that you are creative, that you can be on the same level as other people, but you could be self-sabotaging yourself with your procrastination. Other people are out there doing it and you're still in stage one trying to figure out, okay, how do I do this and do it to perfection and make me look good and then please this person who's looking at me. How do I make them happy and make myself happy? Well, here's the thing. In this life, you're supposed to make yourself happy. Not your children, not your spouses. And I'm not saying be selfish. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying, oh, don't do for these people. I'm saying that at some point, their opinion of you is going to lessen. Your children are going to grow older and they're going to move off and get married and have their own families. And they, at that point, won't care if mommy or daddy is swinging from a stripper pole. Really, I mean, you're old. It's your life. Your parents, I didn't want to be a doctor. Maybe I want to be an interior decorator. But you can't do that because you're worried that somebody is going to judge you or say something. Why are you doing that? At a certain point in your life, you got to let that go by tuning in and getting your courage up and realizing that. And I'm not going to say that every other profession is ordinary, but maybe you're not supposed to fit in that box. Maybe you're not supposed to be what other people think you are supposed to be. And you got to figure that out. Comes in tuning in, connecting more with spirit. It looks like meditation. This person is spending some time alone. If you notice that she has people, ancestors, family, maybe deceased relatives that maybe were the control freaks. Some of these people are trying to talk to her and you see the peace on her face. Maybe some of you are going to be making peace with ghosts from your past. All these other people's opinions about who you're supposed to be. She's like, yeah, I hear you, but this is my moment. This is my peace. For some of you, it may take some type of meditation or spiritually connecting to let go of somebody, especially if this person passed and you're still trying to live up to their energy. For some of you, going inward is allowing you to find a place where you can be courageous for yourself, free, exploring the life that you want to explore. Maybe not even doing it to perfection, but just doing it, just living life, being happy. Some of you may be at a point in your life where you want to quit your job, get you a piece of land, grow vegetables or fruit, plant a garden, come out of corporate America, do some things that are different, but you're afraid. You're afraid to live in the moment because of this control freak energy. Some of you could be workaholics, pushing yourself more than what you need to, but maybe that's not your reality anymore. Maybe spirit is saying, you know what? Find your peace. Find what makes you happy. See things clearly. We got somebody, we have an adult, there could be an inner child that's trying to come out where it's like, okay, let's do this over. Let's play. I hate when people call me private. Let's play. Let me out. I've been controlled. I've been trying to be perfect. I've been trying to work hard. Let me out. You could be trying to let the center child out. Some of you may need it to bring back some play into your life, especially with all this stuff going on. Anger, guilt, control issues, being stuck in your head. Where is the goddamn fun? This is a goddamn Debbie Downer. This right here, this is a Debbie Downer in a padded cell. This is somebody that is a step away from doing some very crazy shit. When you look at these cards, and this is deep, but this is like these shooters and stuff that you see, this is somebody that is dealing with that type of energy. And that's the extreme of it. There's anger, there's being a feeling of being in control or needing to be in control. Something is not connecting right in your head. And then there's this guilt. And then we got outdated childhood programming that may be supporting this. And this is not healthy. This is not healthy. Some of you are going to be walking away from friends and family that support this energy. You're going to be walking away from it. People that make you feel bad about doing things that you want to do. People that are making you overthink or you have to question their loyalty. People that are trying to control you to a point of manipulating you. People that get you upset and make you want to fight. Some of you are cutting away these friendships. It's saying that they're no longer serving you. Your vibration is changing. This and this, you got to let it go. We got this peace. Where we had all this, somebody's in their head being overwhelmed, you're moving towards a place of peace. Some of you, it's going to take you asserting yourself to break friendships or break family commitments or break soul ties with people that you no longer want to, you don't want to deal with that karmic tie anymore. You don't want to deal with that energy anymore. You want to be free. You want to let go of your fear and be more courageous and live life on your terms. So for some of you, it literally is cutting away all this negativity and finding your peace. And some of you, it may take therapy. I'm not going to lie. It's some heavy cards. Some of you, you may already be going through therapy, but it's deep. It's showing that for a lot of you, you're struggling with this, and you've been struggling with this since you were a child. There's something unnatural about trying to make somebody happy or please somebody your whole life. And you can't do it. It's like having a narcissistic parent where it's like, okay, I did this, and you're looking like, and they're like, okay, but you didn't do this. And then you're like, okay. And then you go do that, and you're like, I did it. And they're like, no, but you didn't do it the way I wanted it. And you just, it's a cycle that just, it doesn't end. And some of you may have grown up with a narcissistic parent, a control freak parent, somebody that put their belief system on you. And it could have been because that's what was given to them and they didn't know any better. But at this point in your life, Sagittarius, a lot of you know better. You have the tools to do better. You want to be courageous in your life. And it is literally taking you moving from that period of procrastination and dealing with all that bullshit and starting to actively work on it to move you forward, because you can do it. It's showing you finding your peace. But you have to put action into it. You got to take that procrastination out. You got to start following through, because that's when you're going to get the end result that you want, that makes you happy. Not everybody else, but you. And you deserve to be happy, right? Love you, Sagittarius.